Hey love, it's your virtual loctician, Pauline. Once somebody emailed me and was like, hey, my virtual loctician. And I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. Anywho, so in this video, we're just going to talk about my journey, pretty much the steps I took to quit my 9 to 5. What did I do, how I did it, and so forth, and all that other stuff. So we're just going to jump into it. I have my notes so I can just remember to just share the details of what I did to quit my 9 to 5 and go full-time hair, loctician, and all this other stuff. I was at my job for, said job for almost 10 years. And did I know I wanted to become a loctician when I decided I wanted to leave my job? No. At the time, I wanted to leave my job to go perhaps pursue something else. I wasn't 100% sold in pursuing something else. You know, when you just like, I want to leave this job, but I don't want to leave this job to go to another job. I knew that I wanted to leave, and I wanted to do something different, but I wasn't sure at the time. Being a loctician was not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave and become a loctician. Da, 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 da. I feel like everything kind of just fell into place. And that's just life. You have ideas, you have some things you want to do. You don't know all the steps, but you know one thing for sure, and you just act on that one thing that you know. If the step you took wasn't the right step, it's okay. You needed to take that step to determine that it was not the step for you, so you can go on to the next step or move on to, you know, something else. So before I was even doing locks, I was doing, you know, a little bit of braids here, natural hairstyles there, sew-ins here. So I was always in the hair business, not legit in the hair business, but always doing something on the side. So some friends here, some friends there, not really for money. And then when I decided I want to leave said job, I was like, all right, y'all enjoyed all this free service. Now give me some coins because I need to make some moves, and I need some coins to make some moves. So I decided that I said, okay, well, if I don't go clock in someone else's job and I want to leave this said job, I need to come up with a plan. And so the first thing I did, I wrote down my goals. I was like, okay, if I don't want to go clock in somebody's job and I'm doing hair now, let me continue to do hair and see how that goes. And one thing I knew I could count on is my lock clients. The only consistent people I had were my 2 to 3 lock clients. I said, okay, so let me work around that, because I'm not going to base my income based on summer braids. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that make a full living off of braiding alone. But I knew braiding is not something I wanted to continue to do, nor sew-ins or anything else. But I did enjoy locks. So I was like, let's see how we can make this work. All right. So first I wrote down my goals. I wrote down what I wanted, such as, you know, what do I want my hours to look like? How often do I want to work? How much money do I want to make? At that time, since I was getting ready to leave my job, it was more like how much money I need to make to replace this job so I can leave. So once I wrote down my goal and determined that, I started, at the time, I was not on social media. I did not know how to work. I was not on social media because I didn't want to be on social media. I didn't know how to work social media. At the time, Instagram started popping. Well, at least to me. I don't know. At least to me. And my little sister was like, get on Instagram. I'm like, what's that? Yeah, when it comes to technology, if somebody... I digress. So I literally did not know much about social media. I had Facebook, but didn't think about marketing on Facebook. So I did the old school way. I emailed a whole bunch of people. Hey, I am now a loctician. I am doing locks. Now, mind you, I'm still at my job. So I just emailed a whole bunch of people. Hey, friends and family. Hey, I'm a loctician now. If you or anyone you know needs locks, anyone you know need locks, need their hair retightened, whatever it is, please send them my way. And then I sent out a mass text message to everybody in my phone that I knew, male or female. I did not care. If you know anybody, if you or anyone you know need their hair locked, please send them my way. Contact me. I'll be happy to help. So that was pretty much what I did outside of social media. And of course, I made sure I did a banging job on my clients' hair. So the 2 to 3 clients I had will multiply. And that's pretty much how I started growing my business before I quit my job. So I literally worked both jobs. I would go to work 9 to 5:30, get home by 6. Well, a little bit before 6. I was only like 15 minutes away. So I'll get home like at 5:45. Got ready by 6 o'clock. I started on my client. Most nights I was in bed by 2. Because mind you, this is the beginning of my locking process. So baby, some of y'all talking about y'all slow. Whew, I was slow, okay? So I was only doing 1 client a night because that's all I could have done based on my speed. I was not fast. So I was just doing 1 client a day while I was building up my clientele, and I was still at my job full time. And on the weekends, I went a little harder. I might be able to, in the early beginnings, I was still, on the weekends, I was just still doing 1 client a day because I was like at 7-hour retightening. Yeah. My retightening speed was 7 hours. It started at 9, and I worked it down to 8, then I worked it down to 7. So for those of you who out there feel like, oh my Lord, my retightening is at 7 hours, it's never going to get down to 2 hours. It will. If you put in the work, it will. So here's some encouragement for you, because baby, I was just doing 1 client a day because that's all I could have done. Okay, so I was still working both jobs. So that was pretty much my schedule, 9 to 5:30, 6 to about 2-ish for my retie business when I did have clients. Now, I wasn't working every night because I only had 2 to 3 clients, so I had to work my way there. Then, as I continued to work on doing the servicing my 2 to 3 clients and growing my business, there was I was always seeking mentorship because I believe in some type of mentorship, internship, something, okay? Connection, everything, networking, everything. I believe in all of that. So I kept in touch with one of my classmates from the Loc course that I took. And then she told me that someone was offering Loc training, mentorship, observation, whatever you needed. I said, I'm there. So what she needed, she had a client who was who didn't have a retightening in 7 months. And so my friend couldn't do it. So she asked me if I wanted to do it. And she was like, there's no money involved. You'll pretty much be working for free. I said, I don't care, because I knew the long run. I knew I need to work on my speed. I knew all the things that I could have benefited from doing that service for that client. She was 7 months out. So I got the opportunity to do the retightening, work on my speed, because when you're 7 months out, you're doing a lot of rotations, okay? You're doing a lot of rotations. And when you're 7 months out, you have some breakage, your parts are gone, the grid is all messed up. So for some people, but for her, yes, her grid was all messed up because she had fine, low density hair. And if y'all want to know more information about fine low density, there's another video I did about fine low density. So you can imagine the amount of work I had to do. So yes, after that 1 retie, and I didn't even get to finish her head, I worked on the 6 hours and still didn't finish because, mind you, I was slow. And she was 7 months out. So, but I was able to work on my speed. Baby, by the time I was done with that head, my speed was up a little bit. I was able to work on grid modification. I was able to work on some repairs, pulling in hair to create the lock. Because, you know, when they have fine low density, you have a lot of breakage when you go that long without a retightening. So it was some repairs. So I got all these benefits. Although I did not get paid for the service, the owner got paid. I didn't get paid. But I learned a lot and got a lot. So, and some of you guys are probably like, for free? What? You work for free? To me, it was like an internship. Y'all heard of free internships, right? Some of y'all do internships for free. You don't get paid, but y'all do it, right? Because you know it's a resume builder. And that's exactly what I was doing. Y'all be acting like y'all can't put some of these skills and other, you know, fields and stuff like that into your lock business. You sure can. You sure can. So I did all of that. I worked. I built up my speed. My work, you know, it was just, I was doing it, okay? After I got me a mentor, I was like, I'm going to quit my job. Now, before I quit my job, I have a husband, so I had to make sure he was on board. So the agreement was I had to save 6 months of income to do it. I decided in July of 2014 I wanted to quit my job. So by the end of December of 2014, I was going to put in my resignation. So January 2015, I would be, out. So in order to do that with 6 months of income, y'all better believe it, I was working my tail off. Like I said, 9 to 5:30, that job. 6 to 2 p.m. 2 a.m. my job. So I was working my tail off to get that 6 month of income. So come January of 2015, I can throw these two fingers and say deuces, okay? And that's exactly what I did. So yes, it was a lot of work. So one thing I must say is that you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about what you want. What is it going to take for you to get there? What do you need to do to get there? You have to be intentional. Are you willing to put in the work? And that's exactly what I did. I put in the work. I was working, okay? I was making the connections. I was making sure my work was unmatched. So when my clients was my billboard. I didn't have social media back then. So I relied 100% on my clients. So that's why I put so much work into making sure my work is exceptional, because I knew their head was going to generate more clients for me, and it did. By the time I quit my job, I did not completely replace my income. I wasn't there yet, but I had enough clients. I think I had like almost 10 clients, but I had my 6 months of saving. I had my 6 months of saving plus my 10 clients and plus my faith and hope, because I knew them 10 clients was going to eventually be 20, was going to eventually be 40, was going to eventually be 80, and so far and so forth, right? So that's what I did. So I built that 6 months of income. Then I made sure that my clients was a master, my walking billboard was a masterpiece, was top notch, because I knew it was going to, bring me in something. So by the time I quit, I had my 6 months of income, my 10 clients, and my faith. Last I would say is, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I did eventually create a social media. My first one was Instagram. Outside of Facebook, I don't know why I didn't use Facebook to market. I didn't see Facebook as a marketing tool at the time. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But Instagram, I created an Instagram account. My first Instagram account was Styles by Pauline. Before Entourage Beauty, it was Styles by Pauline. And I literally, oh my God, the pictures, everything was horrible. But you get better. You grow. And that's what I want to encourage you with. If that's what you're thinking about doing, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Take classes, take courses, get a mentor, do good work, because your work is what's really going to speak for itself. Just really trust in your ability, but don't try to do it alone. I sure didn't. I got myself a mentor. I jumped in where you need me. What can I do? Because I knew what I would need to do, what it was going to take to get to where I am now. And so I'm still growing. I'm still learning, but because it's been almost 10 years since I've quit my previous job, my locking business has excelled exponentially. Like, I thank God, because where this business is now, did I see that back in 2014? No, I didn't see that. All I saw was an opportunity for me to work for myself and be my own boss. I got tired of waking up and clocking in for other people, but now I wake up and clock in for myself. So just don't be afraid to put yourself out there. If you need help, reach out to somebody, get help. I'm here to help. I'm always, when it comes to business, you can ask any of my clients who talk to me about business. Baby, when it comes to business, I'm like, I'm here. What do you need? Because I love it. I love entrepreneurship. I love just being able to take something and make it grow and just see what it can become. And I promise you, like, if you're looking to me for some type of help, if you join my membership, if you take one of my courses, the same amount of time and work you're going to take to invest in yourself, I put that same amount. I match your intensity. If you want to go hard for your business and you want to get there, you want to make 6 figures in your business, baby, I'm going to match your intensity. If that's what you want to do, I'm going to help you get there, because I have such a passion to help people succeed and to help people truly live out their purpose and live out what they want to do. And we all have a purpose, and if I can help you attain that, baby, it's such a beautiful thing to me. So if you need help, don't hesitate to join my mentorship program. Don't hesitate to take one of my courses if you're lacking in something. I'm here to help you, and I want to help you win. But y'all, that's pretty much what I did to quit my 9-to-5 and do this full time. And now I'm loving what I do. Is it a lot of work? Yes, a lot of work. But baby, I'd rather do all this work for me and my business and my family than to do all this work for someone else's company. So if y'all got any questions, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all thought about my process. Drop a comment. If you got questions, put them in the comment, and let's talk about it. If you're thinking about making a move, if you're thinking about switching things up, let's talk about it. It's pretty much a new year, so go ahead and whatever you want to do, work towards it, and I promise you, it will succeed.